What's up, YouTube? I'm back here today with another video. So today I just want to talk about why I'm not getting married. Like I'm 99% sure about that. So let's get into it. Basically, there's a tons of reasons why I'm personally kind of against the whole marriage thing. Um, First off, I feel like it's more of a business decision than it is like about some type of love and relationship type thing, like a piece of paper or you know the marriage contract or whatever you sign. You go to the courthouse and all that. It's a contract. Like it has like the same thing. Any contract has like terms and conditions and different you know things that are enforceable in the law. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make a ton of sense, like to base a relationship off love and emotions and then apply like a set of rules that, you know, have major implications from like a financial standpoint, from a domestic standpoint, like with your family. So yeah, that's like the first thing for me. Like I never started thinking about it that way like for a while until probably like shortly after college, like just because dating different uh, girls and whatever, and you start to realize like people change. You know, that's kind of the whole big motive behind it, like behind my kind of saying I wouldn't get married, because I feel like you need to at least leave that space for the both of you guys to change, however you want to change. Like you're not going to be the same person you were at 25, 30 that you are at 45. You know, so you're going to be a totally different person by that time. So I just feel like when you sign something that says we're going to be together forever, it limits the amount of change. You can't go off and say I want to go just travel the world forever. You have a family and a wife. More so, like you set up the big happy world. You know, the big happy family, the white picket fence and all that. So if that all comes crashing down, then it's like a tragedy. So you built up, you put it all on a pedestal. You feel me? So I just feel like that is like a setup for failure. But I don't think it's impossible. Like if that's what you want to do, there's plenty of people that have great marriages. You know, I'm not saying marriage is like something nobody should do, but if you're like me and you just value kind of yourself, and you value your time, you value your time on this earth, and you know that's unique, and that you might want to change what you're doing, and you want to remain agile in the sense that you can change and be something else. You know, it just makes it a lot harder when you're married and you got someone else's life attached to your life. You know, so that's a big thing to just think about. You know, like in terms of like in terms of like having kids, or if you do want to have a relationship, I think it's great to have a relationship with women, like serious relationship. You know, if you never had one, just because it's a learning experience. It really teach you about like how women are, about how you are as a person. It'll teach you about life, and you'll just see things differently. Like, so it's great, but once you get that experience and everything, for me, I learned a lot, and I learned also that I really value being able to only have to answer to myself. You know, I think if you happen to have kids with somebody and you're not married, I think it's manageable. So many people do it. I don't think it's the end of the world or a terrible way to raise a kid, as long as people are cooperative. So when it comes to that, you do want to be careful on who that person is that you might have a kid with. So that goes without saying. That's one of the things my dad always would say. Is just wear a rubber. So many dads say that. I'm sure everybody's dad probably says that. and it's real, you know, because you don't want to do something and, you know, jeopardize having to deal with somebody for 20 plus years and even forever, really, so that you don't want to deal with. But if you can get someone good and you do want to have a kid, but you don't want to get married, you know, I think y'all can come up with an agreement, you know, a situation that works. And if, you know, it feels like she's the type of girl that can handle it and everything, and she's fine with it, then I think that's great too. Like, I don't think that's any worse than being married, you know? So I think it's a new way of thinking and everything for probably my generation and generations coming, because, you know, people just enjoy, you know, being able to be themselves unapologetically, right? And when you have someone else that you have to answer for, it just makes it a lot harder to be yourself unapologetically. And only, it's good to be selfish. Like, a lot of people think being selfish is a bad thing, but I think you should be totally selfish, and at least until you have a kid, and unless you brought a kid onto this earth, that's when you stop being selfish, you know what I'm saying? And you give up some for your kid. But for like a woman, or, you know, to give up so much, like your financial freedom, and, you know, the fact that whatever you acquire is split in half, and you could be paying a woman, you know, money for years to come, even without a kid. You know, it's just crazy nowadays. So, and mind you, I'm in Latin America. You know, as of recent, most of my dating is Latin America, with women in Colombia. So I know it works pretty much, you know, the same here. You know, people have to split things and whatever. So don't think just, you know, come in somewhere else, you know, you completely, you know, this is pretty standard, you know, like they're like marriage, sorry, let that go by. Marriage, they'll get you in different ways. Like, I know in India, the families are like so tight that, you know, people will disown each other when people cheat or things like that, or it's just crazy. So you can't escape the implications of marriage, you know. So I think you want to, for me, what I like to do is develop really good relationships with really good women, and then who knows, maybe I will get married. I don't think it's necessary to do all the marriage thing though. I feel like you can have a commitment, but I'm just so like aware of like how women are. It's just hard for me, just because I've seen, you know, a lot of like women being scandalous, which is like just funny, you know. It's not like to shit on women or say they're bad, because, you know, guys do the same shit, and, you know, it's just a game. That's what it is. It's like the whole dating thing, the whole love thing, it's a game. And, you know, like there's leverage, and, you know, people have power in different ways. So people might misuse their power. People use their leverage, certainly, in different situations, however they can. And, you know, the less you have to worry about that, leverage being used against you or this or that, the better and easier it is for you to operate and follow your destiny or whatever you want to do, you know, if that's what you want to do. Like, if you're a person that wants to have financial freedom, if you're a person that wants to work for themselves, or if you're a person that wants to, you know, be magnetic and just kind of, you know, lead their own path, if you will. So I think it's important to keep yourself free of strings attached, you know, and, you know, that's just what it is. And I think it's an important point. I think more people are feeling like that nowadays, but no one's really saying it, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about it. And me being in Colombia, it gives me a pretty interesting perspective coming from dating in the States. I dated a lot of girls in the States, and when I say dated, I don't mean like we all had long relationships. Some relationships are very short, or sometimes they're just flings or whatever. That's, it's whatever. So, um, just keep in mind when I say dating, I just mean, I guess, anything having to do with a chick, um, emotionally, sexually, whatever. So, yeah, like doing all, going through college, dating all the girls in college, and having girls after college, and the time I was in corporate America. Um, it's interesting. You just learn so much, and then like the couple longer relationships I had, you just learn so much, and you never say never. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't think marriage is for me necessarily. At least it's not something I'm worried about. If I feel so appalled to do it one day, maybe a girl does amaze me so much, and maybe we've been through so much. We have to go through so much stuff, like, for me to feel like that. Like, I have to have really experienced her having my back, and that's the whole thing about it. Like, you want somebody that looks out for you like you look out for you, because nobody gonna look out for you like you look out for you. That's one thing. I think my uncle used to tell me that, like, nobody gonna look out for you like you look out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, no matter what you say, like, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Especially once you get grown and become a grown man. So, when you a kid, and even still after you become grown, like, your parents generally are gonna give you straight up advice, because they really genuinely care about you. But outside of your parents, it's really hard to find anybody that really cares about you for real in this world. You know what I mean? Like, and people might think they care about you, but a lot of people have like subconscious things that they are chasing, and they subconsciously mix that together with what they think is best for you, and it can get all fucked up. You know what I mean? So, what's best for you. So you gotta look out for that interest and your best interest. So with that, I think it's important to just keep yourself, agile and free. You know what I mean? So for now, that's what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed this little chat. Definitely like my shit and comment and show some love, and let's get it going. Let's get the conversation going. I'm out. Follow me on Instagram, Kari.HQ, and I'm gonna holler at y'all. I wish y'all the best.